Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my Sampler Platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler Platter video series videos we do it for a little while. I go over there, I try out food and drink items. I go over there, I eat this stuff, I drink this stuff, and then I talk about the stuff. If you haven't caught on by now, if you're watching the videos, hey, watch the videos. That's become my new intro phrase, because then there's some consistency there. Hooray, consistency. What else is consistent, folks? Well, Peter Can. Thunderbolt posters there. He's not going anywhere, folks. He was in risk of it. He was in risk of it recently. Just because I've been rearranging the room. Like, for y'all, it looks pretty much the same. Crappy old ladders over there. We got CDs and stuff over in the closet at the moment. But actually around this whole little setup, it's very different. Than when I started. So there was the potential that Peter Can Thunderbolt might have been getting moved, but for now, he works right there. I like having him watching my back. But anyway, folks, on top of that, hey, you know what else I do, folks? I go over there, I wear cool band shirts and just cool nerd shirts and stuff like that. So today's no exception. Rocking my Mantra of Morta shirt, fantastic shirt. Go check out Mantra of Morta, great band from Indiana. You enjoy the metal, definitely check them out. But anyway, folks, the hell am I trying for y'all today? Well, folks, boom! Mochi rice nuggets. Specifically, teriyaki. I saw these at Walmart, I think, and I was just like, that seems like a thing I would try on my show. Yeah, so I bought these. And they've actually been in my, cupboard of crap to try for a little bit. And I went over there and I was looking through this morning for stuff to do. And I went over there and I saw them and I'm just like, I need to do those. I don't know how long they last, but I definitely need to. I am still good, though. So, I've still got some time on them. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, they look, they're from Woodridge Snacks. They're lovingly baked, not fried. Hooray, I guess. Got a little thing on the back here, Mochi rice nuggets. Woodridge Snacks Mochi rice nuggets are made with short grain, slightly sweet rice baked into a crisp. Excuse me. Our teriyaki flavored snacks boast notes of soy sauce and sake. And hints of ginger and sugar for an authentic Asian-inspired taste sensation. You can't say... You can't do authentic and then Asian inspired. Do you not see whoever their marketing person was? I mean, I guess technically you can, but it doesn't come off right, folks. Like, just, you can just be like, look, it's meant to be Asian-y. It's fine, okay? It's like when people gripe about Taco Bell not being authentic Mexican food. No shit! They don't even try to fucking pretend that. But then, of course, I say that, and it's like, oh yeah, but then, they also won, best Mexican restaurant in America at one point, so never mind. So yeah, these look interesting. I like all the flavors that they're talking about. I mean, teriyaki's good, soy sauce is good, sake is good, ginger's good, sugar, who doesn't like some sugar? Teriyaki flavored, baked not fried, no cholesterol, no artificial flavors, non-GMO, GF, I don't know what that means, and V for Vendetta? Sure, why not? Yeah, why not? That was an okay movie. I do like the top ingredients is sticky rice. That's good. Contains soybeans, sesame, yeah, whatever. So, apparently it's from Westport, USA from 2018. Oh, well, maybe that's just the copyright. Yeah, it's copyright. Alright, let's do a thing. Open. It's got a smell, that's for sure. Who knows, folks? Maybe this will be the latest taste sensation that sweeps the nation. This smell brings back a memory of some things that I bought at Aldi, like probably a while ago now. Thinking about that made my head hurt, but yeah, probably over 10 years ago now. Yeah, definitely over 10 years ago now. This kind of reminds me of that a little bit, so I hope it's better than that. Those weren't terrible, but... So, you can see it's a rice nugget. Yeah, it's a nugget. It's not been fried, it's been baked, and it's... yeah. That is a lot of things. And I don't know how much I like them. Man, that's weird. Alright. I mean, I enjoy the texture of it. Uh, it's got a nice crunch to it, but it's not too hard. You know, you can bite into it, and it's it's gonna give you a little feedback, but it's not. I'm not gonna go over there and take a crown off or anything. Um, hmm. There is a bit of a teriyaki taste. There's definitely more to it than just the teriyaki. The teriyaki is definitely the most prominent flavor, but it it's been like so. The other flavors that are there are sort of like competing with it versus like really enhancing it. I mean, I kind of get the idea. Like teriyaki is a great flavor, but obviously it's a very bold flavor. You know, you want to kind of bring that down to a certain extent, kind of uh, not to have it be so much a kick to the teeth. And that's kind of what they went for, I think. Some of them are also definitely more flavored than others. The ones that have more teriyaki flavor, for me at least, are the ones that I prefer. Um, hmm, hmm, this is a tough one. I mean, I personally am not getting a lot in the way of like ginger, which is kind of a shame. I think that if there'd been a little bit more of a kick, uh, like a ginger kick, I think it would have been a nice compliment. Um, but I'm not getting too much of that. I mean, ginger's a really strong flavor, so I'm really trying to like piece it out. Yeah, I mean, it has sort of a teriyaki flavor to it, but again, it's just there's other things going on, so that it ends up kind of having like sort of almost like a sort of like a salty, savory flavor to it to a certain extent. Um, which is kind of weird because I mean, teriyaki, generally kind of sweet tasting. Uh, there's some sweetness, but I mean, and I get the idea of them not having it be overly sweet. It's not trying to be, a candy. It's trying to be, effectively like a chip kind of thing. And then once it's done, once all the other flavors are gone, it tastes like a rice cake. One of those things that look like coasters and like they're made out of styrofoam. That's genuinely what the final taste is. Like after everything else is gone, that's kind of what it tastes like. It's not a super strong taste of that, but it's definitely there. Even as soon as the first one that I had, as soon as it got to that point, I'm like, I definitely remember this flavor from something. And it took me, a couple seconds because I haven't had rice cakes in forever, and it was like, oh yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's not bad. I should, emphasize that. It's not bad. But, nor is it anything great. I won't... I'm not going to knock it for... Like, it's not a bland experience or anything. But it just feels... kind of confused to me, I guess. Because, like, they tried to put all these, quote-unquote, like, Asian flavors into it, so it's Asian-inspired. But I kind of think they went for a little bit too much. Because I think it just... I think they needed, teriyaki is supposed to be the dominant flavor here. But I really think that if they needed that to be the case, they should have pushed that a little bit harder. Like, just amp it up one notch on the teriyaki and leave everything else the same. Because with everything else competing against it, again, there is a teriyaki flavor to it, but it never really reaches a good teriyaki level, which you want teriyaki to. Teriyaki is, again, it's a great flavor. It's definitely punchy. With this, it's there, but then just everything else kind of, it's all clawing for that top position. And teriyaki, it gets a photo finish. It's not winning by the margin it needs to really set itself apart. And with that being the case, it just tastes confused. Like I said, I personally, I haven't had sake in, quite a few years. I wasn't really getting any sake flavor. Again, the ginger flavor. I think that if they'd had the ginger flavor there as a contrast to the teriyaki, that would have been nice. But I really didn't get much of that, except for maybe like a little tinge, kind of with the aftertaste. Yeah, really, the teriyaki is still probably the most prominent flavor. After that, I would say maybe the soy sauce kind of working with it. But the problem is that those two things are doing two different things on your palate. So, and then again, just the final thing of it basically tasting like a rice cake is kind of, I guess it depends on how much you like rice cakes. But, yeah. Like I said, it's not bad. Would I recommend them? I always try to, advocate for, like, trying new things and stuff like that, because I think that, most things in life are at least worth a shot. I don't remember how much I paid for them or anything. If they're equivalent to, like, a bag of chips, which they're probably not because they have better packaging and stuff like that, go ahead. But honestly, I think if you're inclined towards things that are like non-GMO and all that stuff and everything, these are probably something you could have in your cabinet happily. If you're anybody else, though, where you're probably geared, you don't really care that much about that aspect, whether it's baked or fried or anything like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking that, but I don't think most people care that much about that. When they're reaching for a snack anyway. Because this isn't a terrible snack. I'll eat the rest of it eventually. But, yeah, it's just not it's definitely nothing I personally would ever get again. It's not bad. It's nothing I would tell, like if I saw somebody reaching for it, I wouldn't go over there and grab them, throw them in their shopping cart, and then run them out of the store to protect them from it. But again, at the same time, I couldn't really recommend them, like, beyond just an oddity to try. I think there's something to it, but again, I just think that there needs to be more direction to it. Maybe take out one of the ingredients, maybe amp up one of the other ones or something. Maybe it could work. So anyway, folks, that's my review for that. Before I sign off, 5 things for me real quick. You can always, when I do these videos and stuff like that, I genuinely, with the exception of, gimmicky ones, the friggin' one chip challenge and, the friggin' century egg, watch those episodes. I really do always go into these, really hoping that this stuff is going to be good, not only for, my own benefit, but, I like things to be good and to taste good and to do things and stuff. So I'm always, I always really do struggle when they're not, because I'm trying to work out the best that I can to give them something. But anyway, 5 things for me, folks. Fantastic rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, stupendous rest of your month, awesome rest of your year, and if you could go over there and have I can't really say have a Mochi rice nuggets rest of your life, because that wouldn't be that great in my opinion. But, go over there, have an actual teriyaki flavored rest of your life, because teriyaki's fantastic. It's great on beef jerky, it's great in, teriyaki beef, it's fantastic. Not quite here. So, final 2 things for me, folks. Could try to bring some positivity to the world, can't. I completely understand, sometimes you just can't. But, keep throwing it out there, folks. It's, sometimes it's difficult to do, but, little by little we can make the world a better place. Maybe. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know, whatever. Can't do that, though, folks. At least try not to be an asshole. Life is hard enough as it is. Let's not be dicks to each other when we can avoid it. And then, final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do, folks. Whatever the thing may be, maybe you're going to go over there, you're going to plant yourself a garden, or you're going to go over there and you're going to, I don't know, you're going to go to medical school, and then you're going to go over there and you're going to become like a super chemist and all that stuff, and then you're going to do the medical stuff for a while, but then you're going to become disillusioned with the medical stuff because, it's all corporate greed and umbrella freaking conspiracy bullshit and all that stuff and everything, and it's awful, and they make monsters and stuff like that. I don't actually believe that, but the corporate stuff is really true. So you're going to leave the industry, and then you're going to go over there, you're going to become a food chemist, you're going to go over there, you're going to come out with the best version of these ever, and you're going to go over there and give your good buddy Brandon tiny sponsorships, tiny sponsorships. I don't need to make the billions, I don't need to make the millions, folks, just enough so I can pay off my mortgage and shit, maybe set my mom up, do a few nice things for my friends. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me. So, bye!